This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They run the counter with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Mayfield to throw it. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Touchdown, Vikings! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, you block over here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Cook up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Cook again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw it. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Preston Smith there on the stop. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Cook is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On play action, Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon, finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On second down, it's Jones. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Now Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Packers are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win. And the
Touchdown! Romeo Doubs, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys have now moved out in front.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The extra point now coming from Myers.
Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And got his man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
26.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 9.
They go play action. Mayfield. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Daniil Hunter buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Finding room at midfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Up the middle, Jones. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Room here to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll try and run it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Back to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
From the 41, Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
They start the drive with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Baker. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, well, touchdown!
Romeo Doubs
From 6 yards away.
And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Mayfield.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now Mayfield.
Over the middle to Smith.
And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
That's complete. It's Cook.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. Running right, Jones.
Andrew Booth making the tackle. On the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.